Прочитать я не успею, поэтому сами. Так, долгое такое начало. Предыстория. Старт сегодня, да? Смотрел отзывы, сказали, игра просто зачет.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry?
Ты пропустил Саиндра, мне нужно послать его в город.
He was still sleeping when I went
Я еще
out.
спал, когда я вышла на
This
улицу.
hour?
В это время? Вот что значит голубая кровь.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones
И
up.
разбуди этого
Quick clout
лежеболку.
round the ear should do it.
Да.
Henry,
Здорово, ребят, здорово.
get up now. There's work to be done.
Да, я понял.
Get up or I'll come get you.
Спасибо, ребят.
Here,
Что за
Pat.
игрушка? Смотри, Рус, что
You'd
за
better not
игрушка.
vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is
Ну,
on the
поднимайся,
table.
завтрак уже.
Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry.
Громкость тихо чего?
How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've
Царапина.
been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear
Отец
of it.
ничего.
You know
Ты
how he
прекрасно
feels
знаешь, как он к
about
этому
it.
относится.
Don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Тим, а громкость тихая чего? Так, нежданный гость.
Fine state you're in this morning. What on earth?
А когда вы выберете один из вариантов в этом по умолчанию, выберите характеристики вашего персонажа. Не переживайте, если они вас не устроят. Можете развивать всех ограничений. Болтали. Корчме, я танцевал, я был манкой. О. Так сделал.
I was sweating in the forge all day yesterday, and then I was helping Fritz and Matthew with some errands. So I'd say I have a right to be a bit tired.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And
Ага,
that
спасибо.
suspicious-looking
Там ты
character with a
деградируешь.
sword who turned up in town recently.
Так, зачем мне учиться на мечах? Что имеет значение? Блин, наверное, выносливость, да, если там что где-то надо.
I was with Bianca. Do you want a blow-by-blow account of everything we did? What's this, an interrogation?
All right,
Ладно,
all
ладно,
right.
прости, сынок.
Sorry,
Спокойно за
son.
тебя.
It's just that I worry about you.
Thanks, Ma, but I'm not 4 years old.
Ты мама, но
I know,
Ah.
Hal. You've grown up in
вырос у меня
front
на
of
глазах,
my
но
eyes.
мне к этому.
It's hard to get used to it.
Так, идти. Кача. Я голоден. Так, возьми. Ага. Так тебе. Папа на месте. Давай
Did Matthew
посмотрим.
and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere as usual.
Хватит, мам.
Mother.
You're nearly a grown man, Hal.
После Индра.
Father will
Говорят,
pass
если
the
передаст
fort
тебе.
on to you one day soon. You've been
Пожалуйста.
courting that Bianca for months now. Why do you have to keep wasting your time with those two layabouts? They're nothing but trouble.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised
Тата
him
обещал
you'd
ему
help
помочь
finish that
закончить
sword for
вещь.
Sir Radzig.
Пана
He's not as young as he was. And you know how
Вот, у
his
него
joints
иногда болят
pain him.
там горсть,
He's
чтобы
too proud to
от твоей
complain.
помощи.
But he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good.
Диман, Руслан говорит,
He
ему
always has
нормальная
sneeze
громкость. Я
ache
не
when there's
знаю,
a
что-то
storm
может у
coming.
тебя какие-то.
I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Сейчас попробую прибавить. Вроде прибавил. Так, вы передвигаетесь при помощи. Понятно. Также можно бежать, прыгать и ходить. Если может при помощи. Фантастика. А дома что-нибудь? Это можно стырить. Выбирать.
I feel quite hungry.
Я голоден, как я. Блин, если ты голоден, тут я не... Так. О. Так, и... Так, а как пожрать нечего? А, наезд есть. А. А, вот. А если он так жрет, можно. Вообще. Пойду еще рогалика возьму. Поэтому я готовить буду кулинарную технику. Какой-то. Да не буду я готовить, я это сожрал. Хавать хочет. О! Так, как мы тут? Карта есть? Смотрите, как прикольно шею. Ходите тут. Трассу. Понял. Ну, блин, надо было покормить как-то. Я бы, наверное, сейчас... Здорово, батя.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me
Дело,
calling?
брат, ты не слышал, что я тебя зову? Ого, убеждение. Так, да, вам нужна сила. Часто какое впечатление вводить о них. Вы можете просто использовать простые, которая однако зависит от ситуации за вами на максимум. Социальный статус первая роль. Поэтому качество вашей одежды хорошо выглядит, они с вашей репутацией могут влиять на то, как люди к вам отвечают. Если вы выглядите опасным, люди боятся вас сталкиваться с вами и будут полностью давать вам рискованные задания. Главным образом на это влияет ваша сила и отпугивает эффект от вашего оружия. Снаряжение. Однако другие вещи, такие как остатки крови на вашей одежде, тоже нас совращают. Да, вы можете положиться на то, что деньги все скажут за вас. Вам всего лишь придется расстаться с убийством. Подкуп людей работает так же, как и покупка. В особых случаях вы можете попробовать использовать иные навыки и верховая езда. Так, вы не сможете с легкостью. Так, задержу. Давай, Димон, пока. Однако... Так, понял. Тут, блин, либо то, батю-то обманывать нет. Давай, так.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
How, my boy? When are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure he'll be happy to hear it.
Знаешь, что он...
Is that all?
Всё?
Not quite. The
совсем.
chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard
Камергера в
for Sir
замке
Radzik's
есть.
sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
Капана, ну,
You want me to go and pick it up?
хочешь, чтобы я забрал его?
All right.
Хорошо.
Money,
Тут, говорит,
charcoal,
постоим.
crossguard. Got it.
And ale.
И пиво. По дороге
Stop
домой
off at the
заглянем в
tavern on your
корчму.
way
Все
home.
равно туда
I
заглянем.
know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl.
Когда вернешься домой, пиво
But
должно
make sure the
быть
ale's
холодным.
still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Озадачил
Her
батя.
name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca
Ясно.
draws
Тут
me a
убедитесь,
nice
что
cool
Бланка
one. Run along now,
главный
work
холодно
won't wait.
Так, большинство зданий мы уже выполнили, правда? Ключ, по-моему. Выполнить. Понятно. Что батя больше ничего не скажет. Так. Короче, я понял. А, Б. Может быть, а можете? Лошадь. Привет, лошадь. Ну, прикольно. Графон тут, конечно, реально обалден. Так, вы можете найти сведения о заданиях в журнале. Во. Давайте сначала. Прям так и пойдем, да? А, Б, С. Замок у вас. Ладно, там мы разберемся. Так, купить мешок.
And the king won't get his silver.
Which king do you mean, Master Copy?
Да?
The one sitting in the silver
Greetings.
Приветствую, здорово. Уголь, так, а где мои бабочки? Так, корзина. Ха. Вот. Может торговаться?
I'd like to discuss the price.
Naturally.
Ага.
No deal then.
В смысле? Что не то нажал? Он профукал весь момент.
Let's talk about the price.
Sure, why not?
А. Так, ну. А, так мы... Да, я делал. Мои бабки. Это мои. Так. Папки. Да и ладно, бог с тобой.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitor.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So such lords as
What's going on here?
Rosenberg,
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Ratzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk about more pleasant things.
My words, exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. Well, what can you do?
I might have an idea.
Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson, doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But chairs will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Doing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So,
Так защищайте, чё вы?
Are you with us?
У меня свои дела, ребят. Могу батю подвести. Я бы заново не могу.
Not that I don't want to teach the Deutsch a lesson, but I really don't have time.
Well, that's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, hell. How could you possibly chance like this?
Ну я когда мне что попали.
What the hell? So you changed your mind,
Так. Знаешь? Я понимаю, кошмар. Мне ж пиво, да, надо купить?
May the Lord watch over you, Henry.
Ну, а где Барта? Алло. Что-то я не догнал. Где все люди?
God save Henry.
О. Печка, давай потише.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
I need ale, but father told me to go and see Kunesh first.
I see. So shouldn't you be doing that then?
But I needed to gather strength by looking at your beautiful face.
Henry, you buffoon!
What?
The Deutsch is mouthing off again.
Oh, don't talk to me about him. He's a good customer, but when it comes to politics, he's unbearable. The number of times I had to throw him and the others out so they wouldn't start brawling.
Well, I'd say he's in exceptional form today.
Why? Так, не пи. А я понял, почему у меня денег-то нет?
Let's talk about the price.
Naturally.
Не хватает денег. Ладно, хрен с вами. Вот что. Так, я... О, сейчас он мне даст долг, да и будет бабки. Бабки гони.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Well.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Look, I know things aren't easy. The wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that?
О!
Didn't your thieving father teach you any
Да,
manners?
да.
Well, I'll teach you then.
Да. Так. Молодец. Ого.
Yo, get what for?
Ах ты ж. А ты что-то меня пинаешь? Ой, я ему глазешника расколотил. Блин, а я забыл, на какой пинок.
I'm over here.
Чё ты уходишь? Да, отвали ты.
Bollocks!
Блин, а какой пинок?
Come on, you shit!
Ой, безоружие. Я его вырубил, или он меня?
Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I
Я у
have.
него бабки
You
отмутил.
understand?
Я ему люлей навешу. Так, ну, а чем я его полечу? Так странно. Ха-ха, здорово, Сосон. Это не шляпа, это шикарная игруха. Так, и чё, и чем мне тебя лечить? Я не знаю, мне отличить. А, я бабку брал у него. Прикольно. Кстати, а воровать вообще бабок долго. Вот бомж. Вот и там алё-малё. Надо мне ничего бросать. И скажите, бабки-то он мне дал-то или нет, я так не понял. Пец. Зачем я купил? Ох ты, карта какая. Так. Да, я походу... Я чё походу? Ой, бабки не дал. Так, давай, как насчет? Почему у меня денег-то нет? А. Давай в корзину. Давай поторговаться. Где, блядь, мои бабки?
Let's have a word about the price.
Naturally.
Короче, опять почему-то нету.
Forget it, Ben.
Я понял.
All right, blacksmith's boy, you got the better of me. Take what you want. But that was...
Что? Мост бежал, у тебя брать нечего. Если что. Я только пожрать могу. Что у тебя на? Пойду это продам на это. Можешь полюбить? Я халупа бедная. Помощь, что еще у тебя есть? Дать. О. А, все, я понял. Да, здесь где-то. Бегом где-то. Походу.
Greetings, Henry.
Привет.
Look.
Давай-ка продадим. Продать.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure, why not?
What about this?
That sounds pretty interesting. A little less, and I'll be satisfied.
What do you say to this?
That's better. Drop it a bit more, and we'll call it a deal. See now? I knew we'd come to an agreement. What is it?
Так, я понял, да? Так,
Are you serious?
What the hell are you doing?
Что ты сюда приперся? Иди отсюда. 6-7. Молодец. Съемка, да, лучше. Закупим. Банка, стой. Банка. Стой.
What the hell are you doing?
Я поговорить с тобой хочу.
So what are we to do with you, Henry?
Пиво дай. Как насчет торгануть?
Let's have a word about the price.
Why not?
Ага.
What do you say to this?
It'll take more than that to persuade me.
Satisfied?
That's a poor offer.
I knew we'd come to an arrangement.
Что? Купил пивка? Почему тогда не... Так, подожди. Хочу. Я ж купил пиво тоже. Вроде покупал.
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vaniak?
Ванек.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Теперь тут. Правильно? Теперь можем купить. Бля. Сейчас все бабки на посажу.
Can we do something about the price?
Why not?
What do you say to this?
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal.
Agree?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost. Aye, for that amount I can be persuaded.
Так, теперь. Кто мне может? И вот это, вот он.
Hail to the hero. Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
Oh, it was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. But the world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual. What the hell? Are you serious?
Давай, короче, сейчас. Слушай, а можно мне какую-нибудь рубашечку?
God be with you.
А, ну-ка, а если вот до этой бабы. Да, должно быть что-нибудь полюбить. Повязка может. Курточка-то огонь вообще, да? Ладно, Посмотрим.
Let's have a word about the price.
Sure, why not? This is a waste of time.
Ну какая?
I'd like to discuss the price.
Naturally. I'm finished. This is going nowhere.
Надо делать. Ладно, повязку. Тихо. Туда. Поверхность. Ты сидишь, всё.
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
Я понял, как ударить-то.
Good. Good. Fine. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Nice. Good, good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Так. Старайтесь.
Nice.
Кто устал?
Now you're... All right.
Понял. Я вас понял, сэр.
All right. That's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you learn.
Хорошо. Или мы конец для возьмем. О, по паре.
Damn!
God be with you.
And with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Ну все, что, теперь к отцу. Ань.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Мне прошло 20 лет, да?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Where have you been with that ale? It's as flat and warm as horse piss. Go back and get me another, and you can pay for it yourself. That's the price of stupidity.
Давай, да. Лоханулся, да? И очень. Какой? Так, ты где, подруга?
May the Lord watch over you, Henry.
I'm back.
I can see that. What's the matter?
I need another pitcher of ale. The last one wasn't cold enough for Father.
You want me to get it for you?
Aye, and a smile from you.
И кривая.
Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this
I...
Да, я. Холодненькая. Ну так, что там?
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done.
Пиво сейчас не должно быть теплое.
Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Oh, Look at that, lad. That's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, I heard some gossip about what happened to Deutsch. I expect you know something about it.
Maybe.
Maybe? Someone threw dung at Deutsch's freshly lime-washed house, maybe? And maybe those cronies of yours had something to do with it?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Oh, got what he deserved, did he? Look, I don't know if you're mixed up in this or if it's just those friends of yours. It's all the same to me. But I have a trade to run. The German pays well. And having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. Do you understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
What, so you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of the king?
Does that boy ever listen to a word I say? So Deutsch spouts language. So what? You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth, and not your fists.
Понятно.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Henry, are you all right? Henry, are you all right? Henry, are you all right? Henry, are you all right?
А в чем здесь? Кнул я. И принеси год. Понял. Тая. Будет это. Вот что-то. Слушай, ну у меня же есть какие-то бинты, да? А здоровья много?
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Спасибо, спасибо.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire.
О! Yeah.
We did a fine job.
Отлично, говорит,
I would
поработали.
expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though.
А, это он для него, что ли, меч сделал? Уя! Урай.
Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work. Very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave.
Понятно.
Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Ispan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
Кто там?
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
О, Ванюшка нынче оказывается. Намечается. Еще. О, лысый какой-то. Этот рыжий. Без комментариев, ребят.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back!
Get through the gates!
Нормально. О, батя рубит. Лысый. То есть... Кто по тебе лысый?
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to
Или
town
коня скатил.
Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Походу что-то будет, нет? Слушай, а меч остался? Опа! Какое чудо. В смысле? Иди ты от меня. Как он? Он не заходит в меню. О, это непорядок. Братан. А вон лошадка. Так, перед... Ну, да, идиот. Ты, вот ты олень. Да, нафиг я их вообще трогаю. Надо, наверное, подкрасться сзади. Блин, я только сбежал от них. У меня хпшки-то поделись. Оно. Я уже. Что он делает? Ой. Это мне, короче, надо мчать. Давайте, поуехал. Офигенно. Ляху выходит. Давайте ехать. Давай, давай, давай. Ты какая ты Чё, прямо не можешь по дороге? Я понял, что... О, дебильная, бля. Ну, ты чё? Я, короче... Здорово, раки.
Left. Hamburgers to the left, along the stream.
Ай-яй-яй. Понял. Блин, а у меня флешки, да, теряют. Ай-яй-яй-яй. Че этими своими стрелами? Роды. Слушай, так я помру сейчас. Как ты не нравится?
Shit, this is the wrong way.
Давай, давай, давай. Вау. А я вообще туда поехал, нет? Да как они так, блин? Они это делают? Опять с самого начала, блин. Нельзя было сохранение где-нибудь пораньше. Я спрыгнул, все. Это я уже... Чё, идиотка? Сразу нельзя. Ух. Нормально. И, блин, главное метки, а? Что не попадают? Погляди на них. Давай, давай. А, то есть... А, ну да.
Left. Elmo gets to the left, along this road.
А, так налево надо было. Я не понял, куда я. Побежал. Показали. Узнал, где придорожный. Скоро. Иди ты. Слушай, у нас сейчас лошадка скопить. Где сохранение? Ай-яй-яй.
Flee to Talmberg.
Хотел.
Warn the others. They tore at Skalitz.
Давай. Есть. Вот он. Куда приехал?
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Что попасть даже не могут.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Вырубился.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Что говорит? Где я задел?
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
А, точно. Карте поход.
What's happening with that blacksmith?
Подбор.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in.
I hear you came
Why
from
don't you go to the
Skalitz
kitchen
today?
and have a good meal?
It must have been terrible.
Sorrow is
How
easier
did
to
it
bear
happen?
on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horses. I can't understand why he used his talents, but I'm sure he had reason. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss. Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, my lady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Я понял, чё. Что это? О. Да.
Please tell me what happened in Scala.
Что-то же. О. Ну всё. Что засыпаешь? Что ли, нормально, да?
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Будет еще что?
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. A fellow by the name of Kunesh owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunesh had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunesh still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to, but... Even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzik, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Как обычно ужастик.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Нет, ну он-то есть, да, как бы. Глушь. Почувствуй, что дочка. Блин. стену.
Good health to you.
Do you know what's happening?
No. What about you?
Me? How could I?
I saw you with Sir Robard. Didn't he tell you anything?
No, nothing.
Где этот там берег? Как потом?
Prepare for the worst, but don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Hey, you men down.
Пойдем.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, is that boy still with you?
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch at the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Куда пошел? Там че? Поворот который. А. А я.
God be with you.
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to get away?
Fortune smiled on it.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
What is?
There you go. Сколько там раз? Растет. О. Что там случилось? Ушел. А. Кто пришел? О. Какую стену? Да. А я. Куда идти-то? Фронт открыто. Видишь? А. Ну. Вот они и приперлись.
Restore order by burning and
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find them.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Немцы какие-то. Блин.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Good day to you.
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want?
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz?
That's war for you, lad.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg. Well, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some...
Were there many?
Indeed. But
I see.
Listen, lad. These are all games of the high...
So then why did Sigismund attack...
Why do you think?
I suppose because it has a strategic position and good fortifications, so it can be used...
King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a...
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of...
Where did these humans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about, and believe me...
Что мне делать? Конечно. Не могу.
Top to bottom with one chop of a sword. That's impossible.
Did you see them horrible foreign soldiers? Then with the prisoners brought from swords and spears. When did you hear such a thing? I hear.
Талищ. Как хочешь.
That's not all. They say they can take a man down with an arrow.
If I needed some food, who should I ask?
Who do you think, young man? Me, of course. And if you want something extra, I could help you out with that too.
That was a close thing this morning, eh?
If you knew Sir Divish like I do, you wouldn't be so concerned. Being imprisoned might have injured his health.
Really?
It's not for nothing he was made.
Папки вообще. Я надеюсь. Ладно, что торговаться и так.
Can we do something about the price?
Naturally.
What about this?
That's not enough.
I knew we'd come to an arrangement.
Помыться бы.
Damn.
А, все. Врешь.
Good day to you.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
Let me out, I say. Don't you know who I am?
Someone who's about to lose his teeth if he doesn't get lost quick?
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Как мне думать? Откуда? Тоже же.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Can we do something about the price?
Naturally.
Here you are, with a little top-up.
Well now, thank you very much.
Good health to you.
Hey!
Можно переубедить его. Нет. До борта сюда. Почему ты там прыгаешь, а странный чел. Пожрать можно?
Did you hear that nonsense?
Talking about it.
Nobody's going to attack us, never mind foreign soldiers. We've got nothing to worry about.
Be a bit more careful!
We can always come and take shelter here at the castle.
Не, ну как реально, как? Прыгать ужасно. Я чуть тебя полю.
Good day to you.
Тоже добро.
What is it?
Что, братан? Я никому. Давай-ка, да, кстати, попробуем.
I need to get out of here.
You here again, boy?
That business with Sigismund.
Aye.
I need to get out of here.
You here again, boy? Didn't I tell you how much trouble I'd be in if I...
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the cook. She's good-hearted, especially if you come with some coin. For anything else, you should see a fellow called Votava. Folk aren't too fond of him, but he can get you just about anything. I saw him by the granary. You're...
Так, это не прокатило, да? Ой. Я свалил. Пока где?
There! Catch him!
А,
Got you. Jesus, you gave me the runaround.
Let me go, for Christ's sake! I have to bury my parents!
You're going nowhere. Except back inside.
Let me go. I'll give you silver.
How much?
Пока.
Since it's you.
That's not enough.
Satisfied?
Come now. Just a little more and we have a deal. That should do it. All right, shove me. I'll pretend you caught me off guard and I fell over. I'll deal with the others. You just get out of here on the double. Be a bit more careful.
Over there!
Да я же, блин, убегал.
Got you! Jesus, you gave me...
Let me go, for Christ's...
You're going... Except...
If I don't bury them now, they'll be ripped to pieces by jackdaws and scattered over unhallowed ground. And I'm stuck here,
All right, shove me. I'll pretend you caught me off guard and I fell over. I'll deal with the others. You just get out of here on the double. Curva! Fuck! My ankle!
Жирник.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Have you got any work that needs doing?
Not much. Unless you're not averse to a bit of risk.
How do you mean?
As you can see, I tan hides. I can only buy them from the master huntsman, and he never gives me enough. I'd hunt them down myself, only he keeps a close watch on me. But you now...
Well, I don't think the master huntsman would be any happier about me hunting on his preserve.
He wouldn't, if he caught you at it. Look here, I'll pay a good price for whatever you bring me. And sometimes I have to fill an order and I need something in particular, in which case I would pay you extra. And if you help me out a few times, I might be able to teach you something useful.
Чуть попозже.
Couldn't you use some hides?
I'm in need of boar hides, believe it or not. They don't make very good leather, but the cobbler uses it.
Я понял, только... Убить. Кремния. О, прикольно. Календула. Посмотрим.
He's over there somewhere.
Мы пристали. Кончатно. Офигенно.
Looks like they've already gone.
О, я сейчас что, махаться буду? Прикольно. Лошадку порубили.
Jesus.
Ничего себе. Дача я прочухал. Да, жалко, что... Даже так. Если попробовать.
What are you doing there?
Так, иди. Забыл. Я хотя бы это факел бы взять. Реально.
Well now, look what's come crawling out from under some rock. What's the matter? Come on! Bring it on!
Козел. А ты что, охерел? Отойди-то от него. Козёл. Ты чё, охерел?
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Козёл. Блин, конечно, блин, я без оружия был. Так нужно. Да. Блин, да. Оно. Папа прям. Как мародер там. Поехал-то, да, до этого сколько? Так. А может, надо было к нему сдать как раз кассы.
Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
Извините. Забанил. Так, подумал. Мешка. Я понял. Топор. Давайте. Такая работа. Вернем. Хорошо. Право ваше.
Hey, who's there? What's that? What's going on there? Well, I never. The pig turns up willingly for the slaughter.
О. Да. Так. Парниша. Sword in his hand. You stood by his side and he did this. In the end, you were a hero. Run away. Didn't abandon him like me. Take care of my parents, and then I'll come back for you. I won't leave you like this. That's cool. Чего? Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run.
way again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find the shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Попатануть. ванну. Могу его открыть? Так, надо... Ты проехал, понятно.
твою мать!
Лопата.
Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Zbyszek, what in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Mutt? Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing here?
Came to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
Do you know what happened to Teresa from the mill? When I fled, the Cumans wanted to...
No, I don't know. What do I care? They
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think?
Would you lend me that spade? I have to dig a grave, and I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade you my spade for that. How did you come by it, anyway?
My father forged it for Sir Radzig.
Go right ahead and dig that grave with your sword. See how that goes. And where will you dig it anyway?
Father said he wanted to be buried here, and I can't take them to St. James's. God willing, later I can find a priest to consecrate the ground. I've interrupted you robbing the dead. Is that why you're so ill-tempered? You bastard. Haven't you got a shred of honor?
And what of it? The butcher has no more need of coin. And now that I think of it, your sword would do me quite nicely as well. Will you...
The only way you'll touch this sword is when I shove it in your guts. This is a good place. You're gonna like it here.
Что копать не хочешь? Доктор. копать.
So, let's get to it. Damn it all. How am I going to do this?
Do you need some help? Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword? Who are you? What do you want? Zbyszek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, runt! Aye. Cut the bastard down.
Давай, чё. Покажу.
As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth. Ah!
Давай, давай.
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! games are over.
Guard! Disperse the rebels!
А. Вот так нормально. Студио. Приехали. Где-то. Погиб. Вот не могу понять дело.
you need some help?
Henry! There's work to be done.
Мутный паренек какой-то.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me?
О, привет, рыжая.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness.
My parents, I wanted to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back. You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight.
Oh.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the
How did you manage to set...
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs.
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. After that.
Don't say that.
No, there isn't.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a...
Sir Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care... I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and... Good morning to you.
Haven't felt as good as this.
Got your sense of humour back. You must be better. Well, I had a job. You can stay until...
And this is your uncle's?
We're in Rattay Mill.
I've been lying.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth.
Well enough to do what has to be done.
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein.
I know Sir Radzik, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you. And for
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God. I owe you both my life.
All right.
Все, тут. На этом мы на сегодня закончим. Спасибо. Ходил. Тем, кто, возможно, подписался или еще подпишет. Что делаем так? Пока-пока.